Okay.
Are you good?
Yes.
Cool, you're just very nice for this.
Thanks.
And like I said, I'm wearing the same clothes I wore yesterday.
I know it's our first time back in a while.
Yeah, it is.
I've been kind of busy. I'm sorry, everybody. I've
We've
been
both
really
been
busy.
kinda busy.
Yes, that is true. I've been busy. Mark's been helping me. Mark's been doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing pretty much the same thing.
You could probably elaborate a little bit if you want to.
Okay.
This is Jay and Mark number 25 because 24 was
We're
a best
back.
of.
Woo! We're back.
Yeah, did you see that best of? The best of video I put
I
out
did.
for 24 because it had been a few months since we
I
actually
did.
did one.
I did.
All right, cool. It was the best of in my opinion, I guess. My favorite
No, I
part.
definitely thought it was very good.
But yeah, we have returned finally.
I'll tell you what, though.
Jay and Mark.
One of the funniest things. Sorry, go ahead.
I am Mark, and this is Jay.
That is me.
Go ahead, sir.
One of the funnier ones that I saw, though, while we were doing other things, was Skinless Turtle's prank on his wife.
Yeah, that was more recent.
That was pretty funny.
That was Fiona.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Jimmy, a guy I work with. He's Skinless Turtle on the Millennial Podcast. Check it out.
Whoever she is, it was funny. I had seen him before. You know what I think made it so funny, though, was his laugh. The way he just busted out laughing after it was done. That's what got me laughing, because I knew what was coming. I had seen it before.
Yeah,
But-
that's a widely known prank, but he did it well.
Yeah.
Like,
The way
yeah,
he
I
laughed
agree.
afterwards is what cracked me up.
The laugh made the video. It wouldn't have been as good without Jimmy cracking up.
Yeah. Or cracking corn.
He don't care.
That's what I hear.
But good job, Jimmy. So,
that was
you
pretty funny.
just had a baby, sir. Well, not you, but
I-
your girlfriend.
Yes. Well, my part was done a long time ago. But we did just have a baby. That's one of the other things I was doing. Not for the whole time we were gone, but that's one of the things I was doing.
Yeah.
Was we just had a baby. On the 8th. He was
December
7 pounds, 1 ounce.
2016.
He was a boy, obviously. We had a boy.
What'd you name him?
Timothy Connor.
Timothy Connor.
Timothy Connor.
It's nice.
Yes.
TCT.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. A lot of people have said they want to call him TC, and I said no. A lot of
Why?
people tried to get away with saying Little Timmy, and we had to put a stop to that. And
Little Timmy.
yeah.
What's wrong with Little Titty? Tiny Tim from...
Yeah, don't. Jen will freak out. She almost wouldn't let me name him that because of that reason. She doesn't.
No, but which Tiny Tim are you talking about? The singer ukulele guy or the Tiny Tim from...
Tiptoe through the tulips.
Yeah, the tiptoe through the
Yep.
tulips guy.
Yeah, no, she just, for whatever
Or
reason,
the
she...
guy from, Christmas Carol.
Yeah, no, she didn't want people calling him Little Timmy, and I wanted to name him after my good friend Tim, and Connor was just a name I always loved. Clayton.
It wasn't Conor McGregor.
No, it wasn't.
You didn't at least get it from there.
No, Clayton.
That's what I thought.
Clayton
I thought Tim
and Cole.
was because of your friend and Connor because of Conor McGregor.
No, Clayton and Cole were both almost Connor.
Oh, really?
And then Amy wasn't real fond of that name, so, well, because my girlfriend's so awesome, she let me have it finally.
Nice.
And Tim, she wasn't sure about letting me name him Tim until I explained why I wanted to name him Tim.
Which was?
Because of my best friend Tim.
Yeah, but I'm sure there was
And
an explanation.
He's my best friend. He's the guy that's always been there for me, no matter what.
This is the same Tim that worked with us over at the house you're living in?
Yeah, he actually used to be my boss when I was doing maintenance over at the nursing home. He was my boss,
Oh.
and we've just been literally since the day we met. We were like best friends.
Cool.
And
Yeah, I like Tim.
but he and I have been friends for years and years and years, and I always try to name my kids after people that meant something to me. Like Clayton is Philip Clayton, and Philip after, well, that's kind of tradition
Is that Dad?
in our family.
Dad and then you.
Right. Well, it's our
Oh,
great
and then-
grandpa.
Yeah, Philip. Or no, was that his name?
It's our great grandpa, Dad's grandpa, and then Dad's dad, and then Dad, and then me. All the firstborn sons.
So you're actually a fourth. You're Philip well, not because you don't have the same name.
Right. We don't have the same middle
But you
name.
have the same first name.
Right. So it's not like a junior or senior or anything
But you're the
like
fourth
that.
Philip in a line.
Right.
In the line of Phillips.
Right. And then Clay would be the fifth.
Oh.
And then Cole is William Cole after you.
Oh.
And,
I thought it was Grandpa.
well, kind of both. You were named after Grandpa. And
Oh,
then-
so, okay, you were trying to keep the whole William thing just like the Philip thing.
Exactly.
I get
Yep. Nope. Exactly. And then Cole came from. We used to watch a show called Charmed, and I really liked the guy on that show. He actually played the devil, whatever.
I remember Charmed. I didn't watch it really.
But he was also. I cannot for the life of me remember his real name. I used to know it, but I haven't seen him do anything in forever. But he was also on Nip Tuck, which was another show I really liked. And
no, you named him Clayton though because of Clayton Moore.
oh
Lone
yeah,
Ranger.
if we go back to Clay, Philip Clayton was Philip after Grandpa, great grandpa, Dad, me, and then Clay. Clayton came from Clayton Moore, the Lone Ranger, who was my hero growing up.
Mm.
And then going back to Cole, it was William after you and Grandpa, and then Cole because I really liked the character on that show, and then I liked his character on another show, and I liked the guy himself, but I really liked the name Cole. So that's how we got that.
You put a lot of thought in these names, man.
I do.
I just like the name Brody.
Right.
So
I always try to. I have always tried to have a certain meaning behind what we name the kids. Now, Mackenzie. Well, basically, Jen picked the name, and it was kind of one of them things. Like Amy and I had the agreement when we had our babies that if it was a boy, she would let me name it. If it was a girl, she could name it.
Oh, and you guys never had a girl, so she never got to name it.
Right. So she kind of got screwed. But
That sucks.
raw
end of the deal there.
now Mackenzie, I'm not sure where Jen came up with Mackenzie, but I know when she told it to me, I loved it right away.
Yeah.
And then her middle name is Jean, which is Jen's middle name, and then her mom's first name.
Oh, see, I thought it was after one of Dad's favorite singers, Gene Pitney. I'm just kidding. Gene Pitney.
Well, we could always go that direction too, but no, Mackenzie was named after her middle name. We kind of went a different direction because all the kids go by their middle names except for Mackenzie. She goes by her first name. But Jen really liked the name Mackenzie. And then Jean, like I said, was Jen's middle name, or still is Jen's middle name. And then Jen's mom's name is Jean, or Jeannie. And then Connor came from Timothy Connor, which is Tim, my best friend, and then Connor being... I've always loved that name, and
Yeah, I like the name.
yeah, I've always loved that name.
I like the name Timothy Connor together. That's nice.
I know. Doesn't it sound kind of like an actor? Timothy Connor.
Timothy Connor.
But then again, so does William Cole, and then so does Philip Clayton.
Yeah, see, that's cool. You got a lot in mind there. See,
Mhm.
you're good at making names. I'm telling
I
you.
am. I'm good at making names, and I'm good at making gorgeous babies.
I can't name podcasts. That's why we're Jay and Mark, because it was like, I guess we'll just be Jay and Mark, because we couldn't think of anything better.
Right.
I'm terrible naming podcasts.
Yeah, we could have called
That's
it
what
like the
my
Thomas
other podcast-
Brothers Clubhouse or something, and then did like, we could have called. Damn it, we could have done it like Pee Wee's Playhouse or something. Hey, Tommy.
We'd have to build a set and everything. That'd be maybe we should. That'd be fun just to do anyway. Make another show.
Welcome to Pee Wee's Playhouse. Oh, gee. Okay. So anyway,
Well, cool. There's the origin stories for all your kids' names.
so yeah, we just had a baby, December 8th. Jen's doing amazing. Mackenzie's doing great with her little brother. She calls him her Doa because all of her baby dolls she calls them all Doa for some
Is
reason.
that Dora?
No, surprisingly, and she's never even watched that cartoon.
I always thought she was saying Dora. That's anytime she
Yeah.
said that to me, I was like, Dora? You like Dora? And she just didn't give a shit.
Right. Well, even her Barbies, she used to call Doa, and then she figured out how to say Barbie. And she kind of got pissed off at me the other day because she kept saying Bobby. And I was like, Bobby? And she's going, no, Bobby. Bobby?
Yeah.
No, da. Bobby. And then she held up her Barbie, and I went, oh, Barbie? And she goes, uh-huh. like I'm the stupid
Yeah.
one, and I'm like
fucking hey, Dad.
feeling really dumb about the whole thing because I'm like, it makes perfect sense. And apparently, I don't know how or when, but she learned the word Barbie, and well, so
No,
now
like,
Barbie is no longer a Doa. Barbie is Barbie, and all of her baby dolls are Doa.
This
and
is
her
confusing.
it really is.
It's like, yeah, you can't keep up with this kid.
The only real way to understand any of it is to just live it.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, so now all of her baby dolls are Doa, but Barbie is Barbie,
Man,
and you cannot call Barbie Doa anymore, or you get yelled at.
Jeez.
She goes,
She runs the place.
"No, Dad, no."
She gets really mad about it.
Okay, chill. She does. She gets mad.
Shit.
She got a temper like her mama.
Oh, yeah? Jen gets mad?
Man,
Oh.
Mackenzie will get pissed off. Anyway, so
Yeah, you might want to stop before you get yourself in trouble.
but yeah, Jen's doing really well. Mackenzie loves her baby brother. Her baby brother, the only thing that boy ever does is sleep and shit.
No, I held him for the first time the other day.
Whew.
He was very calm, cool, and collected. Didn't
Yeah.
cry once.
Yeah,
Had
well,
the hiccups, but I eventually patted him enough to get that gone.
the only reason he ever cries is when he shits himself.
I'd cry too if I shit myself. Especially at almost 30.
Well, right. I would too, but that's as soon as you put a diaper on him, he just poops again. So if you can get him to sleep before he does that, then he's good. And then as soon as he wakes up, he'll start fussing a little bit, and then he'll poop, and then he'll start crying, and you change his butt and get him back to sleep, and he just goes right back to sleep.
Well, let's hope that keeps up.
Right. So
Yeah. You
anyway,
might have an easy one on your hands.
yeah. Well,
Well,
yeah.
cool. So you've been fairly busy
I've been
in
very
all different
busy.
kind of aspects of your life.
Yep. Working on the new house. Had a baby. House is almost done. The babies are almost grown and out of the house. No, I'm just kidding. We haven't been off
I
that
was about
long.
to say, damn.
But
Yeah, it's only been like 3 or 4 months for it. Maybe. I don't know. Don't
Yeah.
quote me on any of this. It's been so long I can't remember
yeah, it's wait, what?
since we did a new episode.
Yeah, no, it's been a while.
We got to keep this more consistent.
No, we do, and it will be now. Just like this morning when we talked about it, and I was like, well, I got to run trim,
Fuck
but
it.
other than that.
No matter what, we just got to set aside like 2 hours a week.
Well, right. Well, and see, that's what I was thinking this morning was,
even if we got to switch days or something, do it at night real quick.
right. Well, once the sun, because the sun's going down earlier. Now that we're living in the house, which is going up for sale once it's done, we're putting it on the market. So we originally bought the house to flip it,
Mhm.
and once it's done, we still have intentions of flipping it, but we ended up moving into it in the meantime. So all that to tell you that now that it's getting darker sooner, I have to do all my cutting outside.
Oh,
So now that it's getting darker,
especially with the baby.
around
yeah.
5 o'clock, 5:30ish, I literally can't really do anything.
Yeah, because
because-
you have no light.
Right, and
That and
everything.
people are settling down. They don't want to hear power tools and shit.
Yep,
No.
exactly. I don't want to piss off the
And you live in the
neighbors.
city right now.
Yep, I don't
Yeah.
want to piss off the neighbors with cutting everything outside. So my time, the house is almost complete. My time is starting to open up. So yeah, getting back over here to start doing this regularly again should not be an issue.
But good. I'm
So-
sure listeners are, however many listeners we still have, I guess we'll find out. We'll appreciate that.
I bet we still have a lot. They're waiting,
Oh, they're waiting.
especially ever since Adam Carolla,
That was so weird.
which is fucking sweet. I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
no, I mean seriously, that's sweet. When you sent me that, I was like,
Yeah, I
is
couldn't
that?
believe it. I woke up and I was like, what the fuck?
Is that who I think it is? That is who I think it is.
Yeah, at first I was like, maybe it's just somebody who's like an Adam Carolla or like a fan site or something. I clicked on it. It was his official one. Like I said, I don't know if he runs it or not, but it's his official one, which means somebody up there knows Sauce, which is
Right.
cool. I mean, I don't expect anything of it really, but I mean, it's cool to see that. I remember one time, like, I don't know if you saw this, but I think it was 2012 at Coachella. I think it was Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg did a performance with a hologram of Tupac. Did you see that?
No.
But I remember when it happened, people filmed it, and it was getting taken down off of like YouTube and shit like that. So I posted it, like a new one that somebody re-uploaded, and Snoop Dogg shared it. So like that's happened.
Oh, that's
before.
cool.
Yeah. So and it was only because like, oh shit, this one's still up. Somebody saw it and fucking.
No, that's way
Posted.
cool. I think social media has given us a lot of good things, but at the same time, I think
A lot of-
social media has given us a lot
Just
of
like everything, it has
a
its
lot of
pros and cons.
shitty things too. Like, well, you and I have talked recently a lot about different things, and things that I would have never, we probably never even would have been aware of had there not been social media and people
And internet in general.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, everything from, aliens and stuff that we like to look at to
Yeah.
to
Like we would have had to go to the library and found a book or saw a special on TV. Like in the 90s, before there was internet, before the internet hit, in like the
Right.
80s and shit. You would have had to have done research, like real research, as opposed to having all your research at like the tip of your fingers. Like,
Mhm.
You would have to go to the library and use their computer that didn't have internet. It just had databases.
and you
know what I mean?
probably would have never found this stuff either.
Yeah.
Because this is stuff that
I mean, there wasn't people there filming it with their phone because the phone shit didn't exist.
right.
Like,
You didn't well, there were cell phones as far back as the 80s, but
but they weren't. They didn't have cameras on them.
right, they didn't have cameras.
You didn't
couldn't
get
do
camera
video.
phones till late 90s.
Right. You couldn't do video, you couldn't do picture, you couldn't do anything. All you could do was have it mounted in your car, pick it up and dial
Yeah.
it just like a home phone and pay $300 a month.
And it was a satellite phone pretty much at that point.
Right.
And, yeah, you'd pay out the ass to use it
Yep.
because it costs so much to get it to and fro, as opposed to the internet. Everything's wireless and it's all sent. Everything's basically an email.
I can remember Dad telling me years ago that the first and they weren't cell phones, they were car phones.
Mhm.
Back when they first came out. And I can remember Dad telling me that it cost him like almost $3,000 to have his car phone installed in his Imperial. And his
Now,
bill
if you had
every
a car
month.
phone in your car, people would just be like, "What the fuck? Are you in ancient times?
Right.
Dude? Was this 1986?
Right. And his bill every month was just outrageous. It was hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Like right now, you can have 2 lines and pay $100.
Yeah. Now your car
And basically get
syncs wirelessly to your phone, so you can talk through your car phone.
right.
Which is just a fucking speaker and microphone mounted above you, or like in your steering wheel or whatever.
Right. It's fucking
It's
crazy.
amazing, dude. And think about
Crazy.
the
I
fact.
feel like
think
I'm
about,
taking crazy pills.
think about the fact that all this shit happened within the last 20 years, 30
Yep.
years, for some of them.
Yeah.
And before that, there was hundreds of years where none of this shit happened. Like,
Yeah.
just imagine where in the next 20 or 30 years where all this shit's gonna be, dude.
Maybe we'll finally have flying cars.
Or maybe it'll all go to shit and we won't have nothing.
And
We'll
the
be
next-
finding VHS tapes and being like, thank God I found that VCR 3 months ago. I could watch fucking, Gross Point Blank or something. The Godzilla 2000. You'd be happy to see Godzilla from 2000.
I may not even see any of that.
Or 99 or whatever.
You know,
Matthew
I'll be
Broderick.
pushing 60 in 20 more years. 37.
That's ridiculous. I'll
Oh
be
my
pushing
God.
50.
No. I'm 38. I
In
just
what,
turned
in 30
38.
years, I'll be pushing 60. Yeah, you'll be pushing 70. In 20 years, I'll be pushing 50. You'll be pushing 60.
No, I'm 38. Wow. I still said I was 37.
Oh,
But no,
yeah.
I'll be pushing 60.
I know, dude. I'm 29. I'm going to be fucking 30 in less than a year, and it freaks me out a little bit.
Nah, 30 ain't no big deal.
I know 30 ain't no big deal, but it's the beginning of a big deal.
Well,
From here on out, like,
I remember
I'm getting old.
I remember right
You know?
before I remember right before I turned 20. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm going to be 20. This is awesome. I'm going to be 20 years
I
old.
could
I'm
drink
out
in a year.
I'm out of high school finally cuz I hated high school.
Yeah, so
And I'm out of high school, I'm going to be 20. This is awesome. And then 30 came around and I was like, I'm going to be 30.
Hmm.
And then 30 wasn't that bad. My 30s have
No,
not been
no.
that bad at all.
But like,
But now I'm about to be 40 and I'm almost freaking. And I always used to, because I can remember Christy used to be like, well, she used to say she was celebrating the whatever number anniversary of her 29th birthday.
her second 29th birthday, yeah, or third,
Right.
yeah.
It was always it was
Something
never
like
a
that.
birthday anymore. It was her anniversary of her 29th
Well, shit,
birthday.
to Christy, I was 13 for like 10 years.
Right. Well, now I'm freaking out about I'm almost 40. And I'm sure that once I'm 40, I'm going to be like, okay, 40 is not that bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I am literally like halfway through my life now.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought.
That's
Because
I'm getting
I
there
can
myself.
I can remember I can still remember when I was little, and it doesn't seem that fucking far away. So it actually comes back to that old saying that time flies.
I still...
And the older you get, the faster time goes, which I always thought, okay, whatever, that's stupid. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. Like, it's like I reached, like, 22, 23, and my thought process about things, maybe 25-ish, is the same. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm always 22. I'm just wiser. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't... It's weird. It's hard to explain. Like, when I was 13, I was 13. When I hit 15, I was like, yeah, I feel 15. You know what I mean? When I hit 18, I was like, yeah, you know, I feel 18. I'm an 18-year-old. I hit 22, I was like, yeah, I feel 20. Like, 22 to 25, I was like, yeah, I feel 22, 25. After that, I've just kind of, like, it's hard to believe that I'm 30. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. It's weird. And, like, there's a movie I watched. I can't remember. It was called, what the fuck was it called? It had the guy from How I Met Your Mother in it. Played Ted Mosby. What the fuck was that movie? It wasn't Liberal or Arts. He made that movie too, but he made this movie. Oh, it's called Happy Thank You More Please. And he was talking to a guy that he knew that was older, and he said, I met a guy who's before when I was younger that told me every 5 years I look back at myself 5 years ago and I think, man, I was a fucking asshole. And he's like, I do that like every 2 years. You know, and I feel that way too. I do that like every 6 months. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, I look at myself at 22 and I was like, man, I was a dumb dick. Like, I was a dumbass. I didn't know shit and I thought I did.
Yeah. No, it's very true. I know kind of in the opposite, and not to say that I think I'm a really good person. But
yeah,
I'm
a terrible person,
right.
But I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about in most cases. Like, it didn't turn out the way I thought. Like,
right.
Yeah. I'm getting old. It's weird.
We are getting old.
And, like, I feel the same way you do at 40 about 30. Like, because things are starting to happen that happen when you get old. Like, my back hurts all the fucking time.
Dude,
I don't want to get up
you.
in the morning. I don't want to stay up too late unless I'm, like, drinking or something. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, I don't even want.
I don't want to go anywhere.
I feel the same.
I don't
way.
want to do nothing.
Nope,
like,
I
don't care.
Way.
Partying, I don't give a fuck about. Like, if I'm gonna partying to me is getting high and drinking at home.
Yeah.
And watching a movie, catching up on my shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wrestling.
Things are happening that are signs, significant aging. Like, you're getting older, and it's weird. I don't hate it, but it kind of freaks me out a little bit.
No, I understand.
And it's only gonna become more as time goes on, as opposed to what it was when I was like in my early to mid 20s, when I was just like, you know, who cares? I'm 20 something. Let's go party or something.
Right? No,
it's not that way anymore.
You're absolutely right, and that's like I said, and I'm being optimistic when I say I'm halfway through my life. I mean, quite honestly.
Yeah, we smoke. You know what
right,
I mean?
I'm about to be 40.
We eat.
When I turned
drink
30,
all kinds of terrible shit.
Exactly. When I turned 30, I could have literally been halfway through my life. I don't know. Shit, I could go out there, get in the car, and leave, and die on my way home. I don't know.
Exactly.
But if I live another 30 years with the way things are now, I'll be lucky. We'll all be lucky. You'll be lucky.
Yeah,
because you're going to be in 30 years. You're going to be pushing 60. I'm going to be pushing 70.
Dude, and it seems like time's going by faster and faster.
And if they keep up with these chemtrails,
shorter,
we're all going to fucking be dead. But we won't get into that.
Yeah,
we'll save that for another
that's
podcast.
a whole nother episode. Yeah,
but yeah, no, it's the thought of being 40 doesn't scare me because it's becoming 40. It scares me because my life is I think I can honestly say my life is past the halfway point to where I'm not going to live another 40 years.
At 40, halfway would be 80. And honestly, if I live to be 80, I probably made a significant change in my life at some point.
Right.
That made me healthier. I quit smoking, or I started eating better, or you know what I mean? Or something was invented that made people a lot more healthy than they were.
If we can just get the V's to come.
The V's? Oh, the people from V,
You got it.
the lizard people.
If we
they had ulterior motives, man. They were lizard people dressed up as humans, eating fucking like guinea pigs and hamsters and shit.
I know, but they were saving people and they were curing people.
There was one girl that fell in love, or no, I think in the '80s version it was a guy that fell in love with a human girl, and then in the remake one, I think it was a girl that fell in love.
It was
with
the
a
girl
guy.
that fell in love with the human boy.
And she got pregnant.
But I don't think that it's going to be that bad. When the aliens do finally show themselves, I don't think it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Right. I really don't.
All right.
Again,
I
that's
mean,
a
we don't
topic
know.
for another.
There's all kind of movies that, could go either way.
I guess it's going to depend on how we, as humans, handle the situation, I think, is what it's going to come down to.
Yeah,
But
probably.
hopefully they come soon because we definitely need help. I mean, for crying out loud, Donald Trump's going to be president. We need help.
Which, again, that's probably another thing to probably save for another time.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a reason to talk about it in the coming future.
Oh, my gosh. The crap that guy's already trying to do. But, so what have you been up to?
Not much. I was actually just thinking about maybe going live on Facebook and just propping it up over here and just recording ourselves for a second. I thought about just doing it, and just doing it. And
Did you already do it and you're telling me now?
Actually, I'm waiting to press go live.
Oh, okay.
So, like, anybody that's watching this now is going to be like, oh, this is how it all went down.
Okay.
If they even give a shit. But
I don't. If you want to do it, do it.
Now we're going to be all self-conscious because we're live.
Right.
But they're not gonna
and
be
I'm
able
going to
to
have
hear
to
us,
definitely watch what I say because,
That's true. That's true. Maybe we shouldn't.
or maybe we should. I'll send you live and. Why did my son already send me a goodnight text?
What do you mean you'll send me live? What is that supposed to mean?
I'll show you live through my Facebook. Hang on, I get it.
No, I was just going to set it up and let it show here, and it would just get us both, you know what I mean?
Right.
But at this point, we're just talking about it during the podcast, and I feel like we should either do shit or get off the pot.
All right, well then let's shit.
Should it go off the pot? All right.
Are we starting over?
I guess. No, we're just setting it up. We're just setting it up. I don't know how to do it, though. Like, there's nothing really good to do.
Here, let me find something.
Can we go sideways?
You wanna prop it up with your Trojan brand condoms?
Go for it. Trojan brand condoms.
Trojan
Just gonna let it go. I don't even know if anybody's watching.
Walt stole my seat. Walter. Apparently Walter is taking my place. Now it's the Mark and Walt show.
Yeah, just pick them up and put them down. They can't really see us. It's like in the middle of us. I'm not even sure if they could hear us. But we are
Can
live
you hear us?
on Facebook. We're only going to do it for a
Has
month.
somebody already commented, or is that...
No. That was Facebook telling me to just go because nobody's watching.
Oh, okay.
Basically. So this is weird.
Well, thanks, Facebook.
Sorry if anybody's not enjoying it. I thought it might be fun just to fuck around a little bit on
Yeah.
this one.
Well,
We're returning. Maybe it's got you in there, so people will see what's going on. But
Well-
like I said, I don't know how well they can hear.
oh,
us.
oh.
It says it's our most watched video yet, which means probably one person's watching.
Yes! Score. Which is another thing Kenzie does now, too, which is hilarious.
She says score.
No, she says, yes! And she'll do high fives, and then you go, high five. And you go, knuckles. And she goes, knuckles, and then you go, blow it up, and she goes,
I think I saw her do that the other day.
yeah, she likes to do knuckles now, too.
Kenzie likes me now, and I enjoy it. It's fun because before she was always real sketchy.
Which is strange because she's real funny now. She's real funny around people that she doesn't see on a regular basis. Even her Auntie April, which is Jen's best friend.
well, she has seen me more on a regular basis.
She's-
over the last few months.
Right. With you helping me over at the house, she's seen you a lot more. So she's gotten a lot better around you. But like now, she doesn't see Christy very often. So it takes probably a good 15, 20 minutes before she even warms up to Christy now. With you walk in the door and she's like, oh,
she's super excited.
She
to
gets
see me,
all
which makes
excited.
me happy every time.
yeah, she gets all kinds of excited.
Not to relate her to a dog, but it's like when I come home, my dogs are just super fucking excited to see me.
Right.
Even if I was screaming at him right before I left because he shit on the floor.
And that's how my dog is too.
Walter, chill out, buddy.
That's why dogs are man's best friend, because you could yell at
It's
them and
unconditional.
discipline them, and they're fine.
It's like kids. Oh, we fell.
Damn it, Walter.
We fell.
Do you want me to let him out?
No.
Okay.
No, he can't be. He's a bad boy when he's out by himself now.
Oh,
That's why he's in here with us.
I got you.
But,
Okay.
yeah.
So anyway, so
You, I figured you might want to talk. Do you have something you wanted to talk about specifically today?
not really.
No.
No.
All right. Well, I was gonna ask you to tell the neighbor story. Your recent neighbor.
Which one?
Is there more than one now? I'm talking.
No,
about
I mean which story?
the guy that lives behind you in the party.
Parking in my fucking backyard.
Well, maybe just start from the beginning.
That son of a bitch. Well, we were cool at first.
Yeah.
When we bought the house to flip it, the house was vacant.
Yeah.
And the house behind us was vacant. Obviously, our house was vacant.
Well, somebody owned it though, and he came. I remember a dude came over and asked to like borrow a hammer or some kind of tool or wrench or some shit. I don't know.
Well, the one
But
guy,
he was the owner, you said.
yeah, that guy came over because he saw we were doing drywall and wanted to find out if we were interested in a side job because he thought we were drywall contractors. He didn't realize I was the one flipping the house.
Mm.
So that's the landlord. And then he rented the place out to this guy and his girlfriend. And, well, the guy that moved in, I had talked to him a few times and we were cool. But it was a week, maybe 2 weeks. No. It was a week. It was the weekend after we moved into the house.
Yeah.
And it was the guy's birthday. So they decided to have this birthday party for him. And there had to be 100 people at this party.
Damn.
And
That's
so
not a very big house either.
no, it's a fairly small house. But there had to be, and I'm saying conservatively, at least 100 people. And that's being conservative.
Yeah.
But Jen and myself and Kenzie, we were inside. Kenzie was asleep at this point. And we were sitting in there watching TV, and we heard people walking like right outside our door. And I was like, what the hell is this? And I knew they were having a party. So I ended up going outside and confronted all of them. And I said, hey, you need to quit walking through the yard. You need to quit walking through my driveway. I said, you're walking right past. You guys are all drunk. You're walking past my cars.
Yeah.
I said, you're being loud. I said, my daughter's in here sleeping.
Got a pregnant wife and shit.
Pregnant wife. But I knew that I had to do something right off the bat to let them know, don't fuck around my house.
Mm.
You're going to piss me off. So I went out there and confronted them, and they were like, no problem. Sorry about it. It's so-and-so's birthday. I'll go back and let him know. Maybe he'll tell everybody.
Yeah.
Perfect. That'd be awesome. Thank you. So they kind of stopped doing it, the ones that were already at the party. And then more people started to show up, and more people started to show up. And then the party ended up going, there were so many people there that the party ended up inside the house and outside the house. So now I've got people standing in my backyard at this party, and they're just being loud and obnoxious, and they're kids. I get it. I used to be that way too. But at the same time, it's
But,
going
like,
on 1
kids,
o'clock in
you're-
the
you're
morning.
saying like 20-somethings.
Well,
Maybe.
no.
Are
They're
they underage?
there was quite a few of them that I mean, obviously I don't know how old they were, but some of them should not have been there.
Yeah.
And some of the girls should definitely have not have been dressed the way they were dressed.
Oh, really? Is that a dad talking? Or?
That is a dad talking. That is an almost 40-year-old man talking and saying that these little fucking hoochies, I cannot believe that parents let their kids go out like that.
Yeah. It's amazing sometimes.
It really is. Now, if I were 20 years old, I'd be like, hello, but I'm not 20 years old anymore, and
Yeah.
these little fucking hoochies should not be. I mean, dude, it was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it was bad. But anyway, so now they're all outside and they're partying in the backyard, in my fucking backyard.
Yeah.
And I'm getting more and more pissed. And I'm trying to stay calm. And Jen's telling me, just, stay calm. Because she didn't want me going back outside again. Because now there's, like I said, there's well over 100 people at this party. And I'm assuming she didn't want me to go out there and confront them and have something happen. Because not making it like a racial thing, but I mean, I'm an old white guy, and this was a party with black people, white people, thug people.
No.
I know I sound really old right now, and I don't mean to, but I'm just saying there's a lot of people.
Well, you don't know any of these people.
Exactly.
These people could be capable of anything.
Exactly, and there's a lot of alcohol back there.
Exactly.
There's a lot of drugs back there because I could see them out there.
Regardless of race or anything, you don't fucking know any of these people.
Exactly, and we didn't know what could happen. But here it is now about 1 o'clock, and we're sitting there watching TV, and I'm getting irritated, and all of a sudden we hear pop, 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 pop.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, okay.
Definitely gunshots.
We're done.
Like, for sure gunshots.
Right. So I went, and I grabbed my phone, 911. Pop, 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 pop.
You made the pop, pop, pop signs with the phone.
I'm on with
Is that like
911.
a thing you downloaded? Like a ringtone where it just pop, pop, pop?
Yeah.
Some people can play songs.
I like gunshots. What can I say? But anyway, so 911. They're on the phone. And I tell them, I said, we just heard gunshots. I told them my address. And I said, it's the house directly behind us on the next street over.
Yeah.
I said, these kids are out partying, walking through my backyard. They're partying in my backyard, and we just heard gunshots. We counted, we think about 6 of them. And she said, yes, sir. We're actually getting several calls right now about gunshots there. Wow. And we're sending a car out right now. And I said, hold on. You're going to want to send more than one car. I said, because there's, like I said, being conservative, there's at least 100 people there.
Yeah.
And I said, you're going to want to send more than one car. Within minutes. I mean, it's the fastest response time I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
We've got 5 cop cars screaming down our street.
Oh, shit.
And the one, skids to a stop right at the stop sign in front of our house and jumps out, grabs his dog out of the back of the cop car, and they go running around. And you just hear, once the gunshots happen, everybody just scattered.
Yeah.
And there was kids running everywhere.
Yeah, it's like a movie, like you'd see in a movie.
It's fucking crazy. And then, you see people, the cops finally it's like they finally figured out where exactly the party was, and then that's where they went to. But by that time, most of the kids had scattered and taken off. And there's people literally hiding in the bushes around my house, waiting for the cop to go somewhere else so they could take off and just start walking down the street casually. And it's fucking bad. Anyway, so
it sounds.
And then the motherfucker starts parking in my backyard.
Yeah, go ahead. Like I said, start from the beginning and go on.
Yeah, so, well, okay.
Well, I mean, you already kind of did start from the beginning, so I mean,
right.
Continue.
Yeah, that was the beginning of it. Me and the guy were still cool. I mean, when it comes right down to it, because his party got out of hand, but I can't really blame him.
No, I mean,
it happens.
There's a lot of people involved.
So he and I are still pretty cool, but he started parking closer and closer to the end of his driveway, and then next thing I know, he's parking up past the driveway, and he's 2 or 3 feet, with the nose of his car in my
just creep it in a couple
right.
feet.
And then just every once in a while, he gets a little further and a little further, and then all of a sudden, the motherfucker is parked sideways in my fucking backyard, almost next to his garage, and I'm like, this shit's got to stop. So, again, on Jen's, recommendation, stay calm. So
that's probably the most
instead
important
of
thing, don't be a huge dick about it.
Exactly,
because that's immediately going to make people defensive, and it's going to cause a whole another mess problem.
Right. So what I did instead was, I told him, I said, hey, we're gonna put up a fence back here. I said, I just want to give you a heads up. I said, you've been parking kind of in the yard. Whatever.
I like kind of in the yard.
Kind of in the yard, motherfucker. You're actually in your whole goddamn car is in my fucking backyard now. But regardless of that, I told him, I said, I just want to give you a heads up. We've got a fence going up next week. And
so it'd be awesome if you weren't there.
yeah, it would be awesome if you weren't there. So for like the next 2 days, his car is still parked there. And I thought, you motherfucker. So the next time his car was gone, finally, I took my 22-foot extension ladder, fucking pulled the thing apart and made it into a T and put it right across the fucking property line. And then I chained that motherfucker so it couldn't move.
I remember seeing that. Actually, I helped you install the
And
fence
it's been fine ever since.
Really?
Yep, doesn't park there anymore.
It's almost like those pillars they put in front of like department stores and shit so cars don't pull up on the sidewalk and whatnot.
Yep. So it stopped, but now the fence panels aren't up yet, but
just the
fence
posts.
posts are there, and he knows that the fence is going
Like
up.
he could
It's
probably get in between, but I'm sure he's probably not a huge dick if he's a dick at all, you know.
Nah,
so he's probably not like, I'm not gonna park in between them like an asshole.
Right.
Like
And that's
just
what I
like-
said. I don't think he was doing it maliciously or to be a dick about anything. It was just, honestly, what I noticed was I think he was actually pulling up far enough that his girlfriend could pull her car out of the garage and get around his car. So in order to do that, he had to pull up into my backyard, which, like I said, I was okay with that in the beginning. I thought, that's not a big deal. I get why he's doing it. And, you know, I don't want to be a complete douche.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. But when the motherfucker started parking his entire car in my backyard,
That's when he's literally crossed the line.
that's when he's literally crossed the line.
Like he's all the way.
And now when I take my dog out on the leash, I'm going to let my dog shit next to your car door.
So you can
And I
step in
did
it.
several times. I was like, fuck you. You park in my backyard, you're going to step in my dog's poop.
You're gonna step in my dog's poop.
Yep. In order to get into your car, you are either going to step in my dog's crap, or you're going to step around it and realize that maybe I shouldn't park in this guy's yard because he lets his dog poop in the backyard.
Either way, he's gonna learn some sort of lesson there,
Exactly.
and hopefully that lesson is don't park in this guy's yard.
Yep. Moral of the story is don't park in my
If anything,
backyard.
so I don't step in his dog's shit.
Exactly.
If not, because the guy asked me multiple times already.
Exactly.
Oh.
That's exactly
And
correct.
nothing's happened since. You said it's all been copacetic.
And we've been fine. As a matter of fact, the guy even
So he's not a bad dude.
no is the same day that you were there to help me do the fence, you had gone inside to do whatever. I think you went to the bathroom or something. I don't know. But he came out and he goes, "Are you starting your fence?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Do you want some help?"
Oh wow.
And I was like, "Well, no, I think we're good." I said, "I got my brothers here to help me out." And he's like, "All right, well, if you need some help, let me know." All right, cool.
All right, no, I didn't know that at all.
Yeah. So like I said, I mean, he's cool and all.
Because I
He's
saw
just-
people going into the house. I just wasn't sure who was who.
Right. And I don't think like I said, I don't think he's trying to be a dick about anything or doing anything to be malicious or whatever. He just, there's just maybe not any common sense there. And maybe he doesn't realize that there's
Well, no,
an invisible line there that says, this is your property, this is not your property.
Well, maybe not common sense, but more. Well, I guess that would be common sense, common courtesy. But like,
Right.
I mean, yeah, there's no forethought there or like any kind of consideration,
Right.
especially after the fact of you asking him once or twice already.
Right. Get
But
out of
like,
my
I
fucking yard.
wouldn't even like do it in the first place. That's how like
Right.
I would have the forethought
And
to know that.
Going back to a conversation you and I had before, that is the difference between some people.
It's like people throwing shit in my yard. I get pissed every time I find some random piece of trash or
Right.
like a big ass like branch that didn't come from any of the trees in my yard. You know what I
Right.
mean? I have 3 trees in my yard and none of them had a fucking branch fall off of them that's dead compared to this live tree. You know what I mean? Like somehow this branch got, and it wasn't even in my yard. Like it was up against my tree. Like somebody set it up against my tree.
Right.
A tree that it obviously did not come from. So like I'm just like, what the fuck are these people even doing in my yard anyway? Like,
Right.
and it could be kids or some shit, but like I don't know. Not without setting up cameras and stuff, and I don't got that kind of fucking money.
Right. Well, and you shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to do all that, but sometimes, well,
Sideways.
sometimes you do.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. I think that's gonna turn us off. Thanks for watching. If you did, you want to say bye?
Peace.
Peace. Yeah, I don't know if
Poops.
nobody commented or anything. later. Maybe we'll do it again sometime. But yeah, that was fun. That's a first, man. Like, let's see what feedback we get from here on out, and maybe we'll do that some more. Anybody watching, leave some comments and let us know if you thought that was irritating and boring, and we shouldn't do it, or maybe I should just do it beforehand and not maybe during the episode.
I would imagine
that's probably what I should do.
I was gonna say I would imagine it wasn't that boring because
They got
nobody
a little
fucking
bit of-
watched it.
That's true. I don't know if anybody watched it, but it didn't tell me, and I think it does tell you. But
Right.
and they save it on there,
Right.
so if they want to watch it, they can. But it's also a weird time of day on a Sunday.
That's true.
People are watching football games, or actually, there's a wrestling pay-per-view tonight too.
Oh shit!
So, but yeah, but
Who's wrestling? Anybody good?
it's Roadblock End of the Line. I think it's a Raw exclusive pay-per-view. So it's just people. I don't remember the card exactly, but it's all people from Raw, I think.
Well,
Pretty sure.
that's probably why nobody watched because
I could be-
everybody watches wrestling.
I could be wrong. It might be both SmackDown and Raw, but I think it's just Raw.
I was making a joke. Not everybody watches wrestling.
No, actually, in this day and age, you kind of get made fun of for watching wrestling. When in the late 90s, or in the 90s at all, everybody fucking loved wrestling.
You know what I just noticed?
What?
You didn't put our logo up.
It's all right. I didn't. I put our YouTube channel up in the back. Because it's only cutting off. Like, I'm doing it different.
Oh.
You know what I mean? You can only see
Okay.
half of it. This is really for us if we want to watch something and talk about it.
Okay.
Because we always get copyright strikes. You know what I mean?
All right. You want to watch The Last Walking Dead real quick?
And anything, anything that we really want to actually show people, or you need it to stay into what we're talking about. You know, I could just put in the corner a show in the video. You know,
Right.
post production. But I think with that, I'm going to call it an episode, sir. It's a pretty good episode. We got a nice story in there. We got a live feed.
What is that?
I don't know. That's some video that's on
Looks
Facebook.
like a naked alien.
It is. It's like CGI. They're doing a live CGI thing or
Oh.
something. I don't know. But that was episode 25, ladies and gentlemen.
I hope we didn't bore you too much.
No, we're going to try to keep it more consistent. We hope you are happy for our return and not like, oh, God, these fucking guys are back again.
Yep, these fucking guys are back again.
Yeah, maybe I'll make that the tagline for the episode. Like, Jay and Mark returns. Yep, these fucking guys are back again. Just like
Yep.
on last time we were gone for a little while. I was like, yep, we ain't going away.
No, we're not.
But no, yep, here we go. That's the name of the episode. Yep.
No matter how much bitching
These
they
fucking
do.
guys again.
Motherfuckers.
All right.
Motherfuckers.
Make sure to check out Hayward's fucking fantasy matches. He just got WWE 2K17, so those have been going up. They're pretty cool. All kinds of fantasy matches.
And
And check out the Millennial Podcast.
check out the Turtle Man's prank
Yeah.
on his wife.
Yeah,
Oh my
check out
God, it was
Skinless
funny.
Turtles prank. That's pretty good. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Leave us comments. Is there anything you want us to talk about or do? Or we got to get a reaction or video out too, because we got a couple requests for those.
Okay.
For certain ones too. And that Garo Studios guy that made the King of the North video that we reacted to.
King of the
The King of the North. Yeah,
Notice
he
I didn't yell
actually
at that time?
he actually thanked us for doing it and was like super psyched that we reacted to his video.
That's cool.
And somebody else requested to do the Ned Stark one, so maybe we'll do the Ned Stark one soon.
Did you see, real quick, did you see somebody edited, when they went, oh my God.
Are you sure you know what you're talking about?
No, never mind. All right, never mind.
All right, but until next time, I am Mark. This is Jay. This has been Jay and Mark Podcast.
Poops.
Poops, ladies and gentlemen.